Can you point to how, for instance, the European Court of Justice will have jurisdiction in Northern Ireland?
Do you want me to take that first, Ursula? I'll just echo what I just said, John, actually, about, yes, of course, politics matters, and parties in Northern Ireland, unionist communities, will want to take the time to consider what we've announced today, digest the detail, and we should give them the time and the space to do that. But if you focus on people, on families, on communities, on businesses, I think people will see that the framework we've agreed today delivers significant improvements in almost every aspect of their lives that have seen disruption and challenge from the protocol. And that is something that I think can be celebrated and recognised, and that benefit will start coming very quickly. Now, there are a range of things that I heard when I talked to communities in Northern Ireland, and because of the breadth and the comprehensive nature of this framework, and you heard some of it in my remarks earlier, I think we're addressing all those practical challenges and indeed safeguarding sovereignty as well. And I know that's something that's particularly important to communities in Northern Ireland. With regard to the role of EU law, to recognise that with the consent of people in Northern Ireland has access to the single market, and I think we all collectively share an ambition to avoid, as you say, a hard border between Northern Ireland and the Republic. And that's why there's a role for EU law in Northern Ireland, but that happens with consent, and as a result of the agreements that we've reached today, there is further democratic accountability of that role of EU law with the new Stormont break, which provides a very powerful mechanism for the Stormont institution to use when it has concerns. And I think that is really important part of correcting the democratic deficit that existed and providing reassurance to everyone in Northern Ireland that they are in control of their own destiny.
Yes, indeed, the European Court of Justice is the sole and ultimate arbiter of EU law. That's natural because it's prescribed by the EU legal order. So the ECJ will have the final say on EU law and single market issues. But we have, in this Windsor framework, worked hard on the rules that existed before, not only the ECJ on EU law, but also the arbitration panel on not EU laws. And this includes the new Stormont break, which is based on the petition of concern that comes from the Good Friday Agreement. So we have built on this peace process the next step. We've kind of leveled up or improved the overall mechanism.